Oliver the owl lived in the whispering woods. The trees stood tall and proud. Their leaves whispered secrets in the breeze. Oliver loved his home.
Every night, Oliver flew through the woods. He used his big, round eyes to see in the dark. He listened carefully for anyone in need. Oliver was a kind and helpful owl. One night, Oliver heard a tiny sob. He flew down to see who needed help. It was Rosie the rabbit. She was lost and scared.
What's wrong, Rosie?
I can't find my way home.
Don't worry, Rosie, I'll help you.
Oliver lifted Rosie onto his back. They flew through the trees. Suddenly, they saw Benny the beaver. Benny was struggling to carry a large branch.
Need a hand, Benny?
Oh, thank you, Oliver.
Oliver helped Benny carry the branch. They worked together until it was safely in place. As they continued their journey, the woods grew darker. The towering trees seemed to close in around them, their branches intertwining to form a dense canopy that blocked out the moonlight. The air grew cooler, and the sounds of nocturnal creatures began to fill the silence. It was as if the forest itself was alive, whispering secrets to those who dared to venture into its depths.
Look at those tiny flickers of light darting around. They seem confused. It's almost as if they're searching for something, but can't quite find their way. The fireflies' lights, usually so steady and bright, were now erratic and dim, casting eerie shadows on the forest floor. They flitted from tree to tree, their movements frantic and disoriented.
It was a family of fireflies, lost and scared. They had been separated from their home and were now struggling to find their way back. The mother firefly tried to keep her children close, but their fear made them scatter in all directions. The father firefly, usually so strong and confident, was now just as lost as the rest of them.
Oh dear, we don't know where we are. The mother firefly's voice trembled with worry. She had always been able to guide her family through the darkest of nights, but this time was different. The forest seemed to have changed, its familiar paths now twisted and unfamiliar. She looked around, hoping to find a landmark or a sign that would lead them home, but there was nothing but darkness and shadows.
Mom, I'm scared. The youngest firefly's voice was barely a whisper. He clung to his mother's side, his tiny light flickering weakly. He had never been this far from home before, and the unfamiliar surroundings filled him with a sense of dread. He looked up at his mother, hoping for reassurance, but her worried expression only made him more afraid.
Follow me, I'll guide you. A deep, soothing voice broke through the darkness. It was Oliver, the wise old owl who lived in the heart of the forest. He had seen the firefly's plight and had come to offer his help. His eyes, bright and piercing, seemed to glow with an inner light. He spread his wings and began to lead the way, his movements graceful and sure.
Oliver hooted softly, leading them with his own bright eyes. The fireflies, drawn to his light, followed closely behind. They felt a sense of hope and relief wash over them as they moved through the forest. Oliver's presence was comforting, and his knowledge of the forest was unparalleled. He knew every tree, every path, and every hidden danger. With him leading the way, the fireflies felt safe.
Thank you so much. The mother firefly's voice was filled with gratitude. She had been so worried, but now she felt a sense of calm. She looked at her children, their lights growing brighter with each step they took. They were going to be okay. They were going to find their way home.
The fireflies, relieved and grateful, followed closely behind. They moved as one, their lights creating a beautiful, shimmering trail through the forest. The darkness that had once seemed so oppressive now felt less daunting. They knew that as long as they stayed together and followed Oliver, they would find their way home.
Look, we're almost home. The youngest firefly's voice was filled with excitement. He could see the familiar glen up ahead, its soft, welcoming light shining through the trees. He flew ahead, eager to be back in the safety and comfort of their home.
Oliver guided them back to their glen, their lights twinkling happily once more. The fireflies settled into their home, their fear and worry replaced with joy and relief. They knew that they would always have each other, and that no matter how dark the night, they would always find their way back to the light. Oliver, the wise and kind owl, flew Rosie, the timid rabbit, back to her burrow. The moonlight bathed the forest in a gentle glow, casting long shadows and creating a serene atmosphere. Oliver's wings flapped silently as he navigated through the trees, ensuring Rosie's safety.
Thank you, Oliver. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Rosie gave Oliver a big hug, her small paws wrapping around his soft feathers. The embrace was warm and filled with gratitude, a silent testament to the bond they shared.
I was so scared. You really saved me from the dangers lurking in the dark.
Oliver smiled, his heart swelling with pride and joy. He perched on a nearby branch, his eyes twinkling with the satisfaction of having helped a friend in need. It felt good to help his friends. The forest was a place of mystery and wonder, but also of hidden dangers. Oliver knew that his role was to be a guardian, a protector of those who called the Whispering Woods their home.
I'm glad you're safe, Rosie. The forest can be a scary place at night, but together we can face anything.
Oliver knew everyone in the Whispering Woods. From the smallest insect to the largest deer, he was a friend to all. His wisdom and kindness were well known, and creatures often sought his guidance and help. He was always ready to lend a wing or an ear. Whether it was helping a lost animal find its way home or offering comforting words to those in distress, Oliver's presence was a beacon of hope and reassurance.
It's what friends are for, after all. We look out for each other no matter what.
Helping others made Oliver's heart happy. It was a simple joy, but one that filled his days and nights with purpose and meaning. The Whispering Woods was not just a place. It was a community, a family bound by love and mutual respect. And Oliver, with his gentle heart and unwavering spirit, was at the center of it all. As the night wore on, more animals gathered around Oliver, each one expressing their gratitude in their own way. A squirrel offered him a nut, a deer bowed its head in respect, and a family of hedgehogs snuggled close to him, feeling safe and protected. Oliver took to the skies once more, his heart light and his spirit soaring. He looked down at the forest below, a patchwork of shadows and moonlight, and felt a deep sense of contentment. The Whispering Woods was his home, and its inhabitants were his family. And as long as he was there, they would always be safe. The moon rose higher in the sky, casting a silver glow over the forest. The night was calm, and the air was filled with the soft sounds of rustling leaves and distant animal calls. Oliver knew that tomorrow would bring new challenges and new opportunities to help. But for now, he was content to simply be, surrounded by the beauty and tranquility of the Whispering Woods. With a final glance at the moonlit forest, Oliver closed his eyes and let out a soft hoot of satisfaction. He had done his part, and that was enough. The joy of helping hearts was a reward in itself, a reminder of the power of kindness and the strength of community. As the night deepened, the forest slowly faded into darkness, but the warmth of friendship and the light of kindness continued to shine brightly in the hearts of all who lived there. And so the Whispering Woods remained a place of magic and wonder, a testament to the enduring power of love and compassion. As the first rays of dawn touched the trees, Oliver flew back to his nest. The sky was painted in hues of pink and orange, a gentle reminder of the night's end and the beginning of a new day. The forest, still cloaked in the remnants of night, began to stir with the sounds of awakening creatures. Oliver, with his wings outstretched, glided gracefully through the cool morning air, feeling the soft breeze ruffle his feathers. He had spent the night tirelessly helping his friends, and now, as the world around him began to wake, he felt a deep sense of satisfaction.
What a night! But it was worth it. Oliver thought about the various creatures he had assisted. There was the young rabbit who had lost its way, the squirrel who needed help gathering nuts, and the deer who had been frightened by a sudden noise. Each encounter had been a testament to the bonds of friendship and the spirit of community that thrived in the Whispering Woods. Oliver's heart swelled with pride as he remembered the grateful faces of his friends. The forest was not just a place to live, it was a sanctuary where every creature looked out for one another.
He was tired but happy. The night's adventures had taken a toll on his energy, but the joy of helping others had invigorated his spirit. As he perched on a familiar branch, he took a moment to appreciate the serene beauty of the forest. The trees stood tall and majestic, their leaves whispering secrets to the wind. The moon, now fading, had been a silent witness to his nocturnal endeavors. Oliver felt a profound connection to the world around him, a sense of belonging that filled him with contentment. He closed his eyes and remembered all the friends he had helped. Each memory was a precious gem, a testament to the love and camaraderie that defined the Whispering Woods. He thought of the wise old tortoise who had shared stories of ancient times, the playful fox who always had a trick up its sleeve, and the gentle doe who had a calming presence. These friends were more than just companions. They were family. Oliver knew that his efforts, no matter how small, made a significant difference in their lives.
The Whispering Woods is a better place because of all of us. Oliver's thoughts echoed this sentiment. It was the collective effort of every creature that made the forest a haven of peace and harmony. Each one played a vital role, contributing to the well-being of the community. The bonds they shared were unbreakable, forged through countless acts of kindness and mutual support. Oliver felt a deep sense of gratitude for being a part of such a wonderful family. He knew that together they could overcome any challenge and create a brighter future for the Whispering Woods.
The Whispering Woods was a better place because of Oliver. His unwavering dedication and selflessness had touched the lives of many. He was a beacon of hope, a symbol of the strength that lay in unity and compassion. As he nestled into his nest, he felt the gentle embrace of the forest, a reminder that he was never alone. The trees, the animals, and the very earth itself seemed to whisper their gratitude, acknowledging the positive impact he had made. He was a true friend, always there to help. Oliver's loyalty and kindness were qualities that endeared him to everyone. He was the first to offer assistance and the last to seek recognition. His actions spoke louder than words, and his presence brought comfort to those in need. The forest was a better place because of his unwavering commitment to the well-being of others. Oliver's heart was full, knowing that he had made a difference.
Time for some rest now. Oliver's body ached with fatigue, but his spirit was light. He had given his all, and now it was time to recharge. The forest, too, seemed to sigh in relief, settling into a peaceful slumber. The gentle rustling of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl were the only sounds that broke the silence. Oliver closed his eyes, allowing the tranquility of the night to wash over him. He knew that when he awoke, he would be ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.
And as the forest settled into slumber, so did Oliver, his heart full of peace. The stars twinkled above, casting a soft glow over the Whispering Woods. The night had been long, but it had also been filled with moments of joy and connection. Oliver's dreams were sweet, filled with visions of his friends and the beautiful forest they called home. He knew that together they would continue to create a world where kindness and compassion reigned supreme. As he drifted off to sleep, he felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that he was part of something truly special.